Hi folks, greetings from Rigrotech. This is the second video of a beginner series, and in this video we are going to look at exactly a general project structure that is followed even in the industry, and we are going to follow this particular project structure throughout the series. So the first thing that we are going to look at is what exactly is a workspace here. Okay, so to begin with, a workspace is nothing but a simple folder that we create in our local system to store everything related to our project. So it is nothing but a space that we are going to use to store our work. So it is actually a space that we are going to use to store our work, and it is called workspace. So it is nothing but a folder that we are going to create. So let's create a workspace. That is, we are going to create a simple folder, and this folder you can create at any place in your system. So let me just go and create a workspace to begin with. Okay, so here if you see, I am at the project explorer, and I'm going to go to my this PC, and I'll be storing my project in this D drive projects, and here I'll be creating a folder. So this will serve as a workspace for me, and here I'm giving the name as a beginner workspace. Workspace, you can give any name, but see to it that you just avoid spaces in between. Here if you see, I've given the name as beginner underscore and then workspace. Underscore is perfectly fine. If you don't want to give this underscore, you can simply remove this, and you can simply remove this, and that is perfectly fine. It doesn't have any issue. It's just that to make it readable, I was giving unders underscore. Okay, so I've just created this particular folder, and this folder will serve as our workspace. Okay, so you can give any name, but please avoid spaces in between. Don't give any space in between. Okay, so this is the first thing that we have seen. So okay, this is the workspace. Now how to create our Java project. Okay, so let's go to our Eclipse. How will you go to your Eclipse? You can just go to your search items, and here you can type Eclipse. So here if you see, I have my Eclipse installed, so I can just simply open it. So you will see a pop-up like this, and after that it will be asking you to select your directory as workspace. Here if you read this particular statement, select a directory as workspace. So we have already created a directory as workspace, right? So we'll just browse to that folder where we have created. So I had created this in my this PC, and inside this projects, and the name I had given was beginner workspace, right? So I'm going to select this folder, and I'll open this and press on launch button. So this will open this workspace for us, where we will start working and we will create our very first project. Okay, so by the time that is getting loaded, so let's get a example to see how exactly a workspace looks like. Workspace is nothing but a basic understanding, if you want. It is like a space or a plot of land that we are actually using to build something, right? If we want to build a house, we need a land, a piece of land, right? So this particular piece of land can be considered as workspace. So let me just put it here as workspace. So this is the piece of land where we want to work. So this will serve as workspace. And for this workspace, what did we do? We simply created a folder. This is just a folder that we have created, and you can create it anywhere in your system. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so let's move to our Eclipse. It is open now. I'm going to maximize this, and we are going to look forward. If you see this particular window, welcome window appears here. Okay, so here if you see this welcome window, and this is how your Eclipse IDE will look like if you start it for the very first time. Okay, so to begin with, let's close this particular welcome window and look for an option to create our Java project, right? This is the second thing in our project structure. So how we are going to create this Java project? We'll have this option here, create a Java project. So you can simply click on this, create a Java project, and then you will have this particular pop-up, a new project pop-up. Okay, so here if you see, this is a new project pop-up, and we have an option to create our Java project. So what did we do till now? We simply created a folder, and then we started our Eclipse, and then we selected our workspace. And after landing to our Eclipse, we selected this particular option, that is create a Java project, and this particular window is open for us, right? So the next thing that we are going to do is we can give a project name, and here also we are going to avoid spaces. If you want to actually separate two different words in your project name or any name, we are going to use underscore if you want to. Okay, so since this is a project name, we will give as beginner project. We will keep everything as beginner over here, beginner, and then project. I'm not giving any spaces. Please note, the moment you give a space here, if you see, this might actually throw us error in future when we are going to implement other things, right? So just to keep everything in place from the beginning, we are going to avoid spaces anywhere we are giving a name. Okay, so let's remove this space. We don't have a space now, and the project name is beginner project. Okay, and here if you see the last option, that is module, and here it is already checked as create module info.java file. So I don't want this, so I'll just uncheck this particular box, and then I'll click on finish. And here if you see a new project is created for us, a new Java project in fact is created for us, and inside that we have few things, that is JRE system library. So we are going to discuss about JRE, JDK, JVM, everything in detail throughout the course that we are going to take up in future. And yes, so this is what it exactly looks like. So here you see there is one more thing as src here, right? So and here if you see this a box kind of a thing. So if you see this box kind of a thing, it resembles somewhat like an Amazon parcel box or your Flipkart parcel box, right? So that box kind of a thing is nothing but your package. What it is basically a package. And this package is created automatically when we were creating our Java project, right? So we did not do anything till now apart from creating a workspace, that is creating a folder, and then starting our Eclipse by selecting our workspace, and then creating a Java project. Now moving on to the next thing. So this particular package is created for us, and now we are going to write our very first program just to check everything is working fine or not. And I'll tell you, this particular two steps, workspace and Java project, these we are not going to do anymore. This is one time task and we have done it. Now we are not going to repeat this if we are not creating any new project. So from now on, for the beginner series, we will be using this workspace and this Java project for other programs as well. So we are not going to create Java project again. We are not going to work on workspaces anymore. So this is a one-time task. Now moving to the package, we definitely will create different packages, and I will tell you what exactly a package is. Okay. And then this is the basic thing that we all need to understand, right? What is a class and how things happen over here, right? So every program that we are going to write, for each of the programs we are going to create a class. Okay, so how to create a class, let's go and do it. So you have to come to this package, and then you have to right click over here, and you get this option as new, and then if you just scroll down to the fourth option, this is your class, right? So you just need to create this class. And here also you have to give name. This particular first statement that you see here, you have to give here as name. Okay. So the name here will be, we are just giving it as the first program, right? So I'm just writing program 1. You can give any name. Okay. And here if you see, it is showing the use of the default package is discouraged. So instead of using this default package src, let's create a package. Just to have a better understanding, let's create a package inside this. So this is another package that we are creating. It is like we are having our item in the multiple boxes, right? The carton boxes that we get from our Amazon or our Flipkart. Like one carton box is kept inside another one, and then inside that we have our item, right? So it is something similar to that we are creating over here. So we are going to click here, and instead of right now creating, because that was giving us a discouraged warning message, so we are going to create a package first. So come to this new, and instead of class, we will first create a package, and we will use this package to store our classes, right? So we'll be selecting this, and we will giving the package name. I am giving basic programs. Okay, I'm giving basic programs because these will store all the basic programs that we have will be stored in this particular package. Okay, I'm clicking on finish. So here if you see, this again a box kind of a thing, and inside this box we can keep our items now, right? So our items are what? Items are our classes or the program that we are going to write here. So now we are going to come to this new, we are going to click on this box, and then we are going to come to this new option and then scroll down to class, and we will select this. And here in what we will do is we will simply give a name. So you can give any name, but please avoid spaces. Okay. So we are going to start with this program 1. I have given program 1. And the first thing that you people have to do is click on this public static void main checkbox. We are going to take this stub method automatically and from our this pop-up to our class, right? We are going to take this. So public static void main, please check this particular box and then click on finish. So this is the particular Java class that you see on the screen is the place where we are going to write our program. It is actually this place where we are going to write our program. So here if you see, where is our program? This program is inside our package. Which package? Basic programs, right? So this is the basic programs is the name of the package. And here if you look at the symbol, here if you look at this particular symbol, don't you think it resembles somewhat like a Amazon package or a Flipkart package that we receive? So it is basically similar to that, and you can consider it as a box or a carton. Okay, so we can have multiple cartons, that is perfectly fine. We will be seeing that as we proceed further in the series, right? So this is basically the very first class that we have created, and we can write our program. Okay, so to write our program, our very first program, what we are going to do is we are going to write our program inside this public static void main string args. Okay, inside these two brackets, we are going to write our program. So the very first statement that we are going to write is system dot out dot println. Okay, so this is actually a statement that you people can remember and you can by heart this statement, because this particular statement is used to give an output. Okay, like if you go to an ATM, you don't see the program written, right? You only see the output of it. When you insert your card, you only see welcome and your name, right? That is something that you see on your ATM screen. You don't see the complete program written. So how exactly that is? Like suppose here it is system.out.println and I am writing welcome, welcome, and I am writing regrow tech. Okay, regrow tech. So this is the message that I want to show to the user. Whoever the user is, if I want to show this message, then I have to use this particular statement system.out.println, and then we have to show this message. If you are getting any error, that means there is something wrong in writing this particular statement, because I'll tell you this S needs to be capital. Just see this S is capital. Okay, just keep this in mind while writing for the first time. We are going to discuss about this in the later video. Okay, so I've already written this program. Now I am going to save this. So here if you see star mark over here, right? Here if you see this star mark over here, so this particular star mark tells that our program has been modified and is not saved. So the moment I save this program, the moment I click on the save button, you see this star will go away. Okay. So here if you see the star has gone and the program is saved now. Okay. Now just to check whether this is working fine or not, just right click over here, right click on the white space that you see here, anywhere in the white space, and go to this run option, run as, and then you will have this Java application. The moment you run, here in the bottom you will see some changes. Here in the bottom you will see some changes, and here if you see it is showing welcome regrowtech, right? This is the message that you see on your ATM screen as well, right? Welcome XYZ, whatever your name is, whoever's card you have inserted. So this is something that is resembles to your output screen. This resembles to your output screen, and this is called your console. What it is called? It is called your console. So you have to remember this. This is called your console, and everything that you are giving, all your outputs will be printed in the console. And this will be resembled as something that is visible to the viewer, right? So if you want to ever print something, if you want to ever display anything on the screen, so use this particular statement system with S capital, then a dot, and then out with O small, then dot, and then println. Okay, println. And inside the brackets, these parentheses, if you see inside these parentheses, in double inverted comma, always write your message inside double inverted comma. If you avoid this double inverted comma, see, it will throw error. It will start throwing error. You see these red lines, right? So you will start seeing this error. So if you want to avoid anything, so everything inside these brackets or these parentheses needs to be in your double inverted comma. Okay, so you will keep it like this. So this is your very first program, and you can print any message you want to. Like suppose I want to print a message, welcome to the beginners series. Beginners series. Okay, so here if you see, this message will be printed over here. Okay, so this is your very first program, and I am going to run this. Right click over here, go to run as, and then run Java application. So here if you see, the message is welcome to beginner series. So whatever you write within the double inverted comma inside the brackets of this system.out.println will be displayed on your console. Okay. So this is the basic program that we wanted to cover, and this is our very first program, and we have looked into all the project structures that is generally followed while writing a program, and this project structure we are going to follow throughout the course, right? We are going to see some more programs in the future series, future videos of the series, and we will see how exactly we can move further and progress in learning from basic to the advanced Java programs, right? Okay, so here if you see, just to tell you about everything, so this particular workspace is nothing but a piece of land or a piece of space that you want to build something, right? And what is your project? Project is that you want to build something. So this becomes your project. So this is basically your project. Okay, so this is basically your project, and this is how it looks the moment you start building. So everything you want to do in your this piece of land, you can simply do it inside your project. And this space is nothing but just a simple folder, and inside this folder we have this project. And what are the different packages then? When you have actually created all these boundaries, you have actually created the rooftop, everything you have done. So what are the packages? Package is nothing but it is actually dividing. Here if you see at this particular thing, so it is like we are dividing it into our bedroom, we are dividing it as our bedroom, and then we have washrooms on the side, and then we have our living space, and then we have a kitchen, and we have our another bedroom and a balcony. So we are actually dividing it into different parcel boxes, right? Different smaller units. So smaller units are your basically the packages, and inside that all the items that you see are basically related to your package, right? You are not going to keep your kitchen items in your bedroom, correct? So in that way, the package that you are creating will have those things only. So for our program here, if you see, we have created basic programs, so all the basic programs we will be keeping here in this particular package, right? That means suppose this, if we consider this as kitchen, so all the kitchen items we will be keeping, right? And now again, if we are creating anything for living room, then that will be based on that, right? So if we want to have some numerical programs, suppose we have another numerical programs, so this is suppose your another room, so you can create another package, and inside that you can keep all your numerical programs, correct? So throughout the series, we are going to see how we are going to work with different packages, how we can create different packages. That is basically just to sort out things, right? So that kitchen items are kept in kitchen, bedroom items are kept in bedroom, living spaces are kept, means living space items are kept in the your hall or your dining space items are kept in your dining area, right? So this is basically an understanding about how your structure looks like. So that was all for this particular video, and we will look into another program in the upcoming video of this particular series. Thank you for your time.